Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Manning now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. Manning to throw on second down. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Manning. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Got it.
So football going back over to the New York Giants, and I'm going to take this time to give them a little love, even though they're 3-8.
I like you.
Let's look at some of the tough losses that they've had, or at least collectively. 6 of their 8 losses have been by a touchdown or less. They've been in a lot of these games.
Yeah, and how about the 3-point loss to Philadelphia just this past week? A game that they led for most of it.
That's
a tough one for them.
Do.
But they have so many great players to build around. It's going to take some time, but they're going to have to hit it hard in the draft, really hit in free agency, and then we have to answer the question, where will Eli Manning be in 2019? Will he still be with the Giants, or will he move on to another ball club? Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Manning to throw on second down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing. Prescott into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay,
so where's your boy Buck said he was
eating again? An educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. And 2nd and 8 and 9.
Go 56, 27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Okay, Paul, we got 4. We got 4. Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go. Tight end to the right, Paul. Tight end to the right. Move.
Here's Manning to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
27 to Sam, 27 to Sam.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there, because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The Giants on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Manning. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And the kick by Rosas is good.
Kick. Yay.
And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
Is Gator working, RTP? I said, is Gator working?
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Carry win. In there to get him for a loss of 5.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen...
Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Here's Prescott. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught.
I ain't see that.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. First down, Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And this will get them all the way inside the Giants' 10. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 42 yards. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. And again, it's Prescott. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it third and goal. Prescott now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Allen Hurns from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Oh, yeah. They're going to learn about leaving the white girls alone.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
All of them was drunk.
On second down, here's Manning. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
He got friends.
Manning now 5 out of 10,
right
50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Throwing now is Manning. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, that's the kickstarter right there. Eli Manning finding his guy, Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, it's a deadly combination, isn't it?
It really is, but what really makes it work is just how unflappable Eli is with his demeanor, able to maintain his calm and his poise. Because we know, OBJ, he can run pretty hot and get excited out there.
Sometimes just one-handed grabs for him.
It doesn't matter what it is. Just throw it up there. He'll go get it.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
A handoff to Barkley. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal. First down now, but that clock rolling.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Manning now on 3rd and goal. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That was a touchdown.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Rosas puts this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This will be taken very short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Prescott looks to throw on first. On the left side, he finds Beasley. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Prescott. That'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
I can't get no picks this game. Come on.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
You got three. 46.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. The man whose father was a Cowboy, Mario Edwards Jr. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. With a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7.
What Bug doing? Eating a whole pig?
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Go, get out there. Here we go, 46.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to loft one, deep left side here. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
I can.
This will be taken short. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Prescott now from the 50. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Janoris Jenkins with good coverage that time as he was able to get in there and knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott on 1st down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. On 2nd down, Elliott. And they'll get him down right about the 20. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Tough 1st half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the 1st half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott to throw this time. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Hey, we're
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Second down, Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And the pressure gets to him again. Kerry Wynn in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
You ate that whole quarter up. You still hungry?
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Hey, go 56. 27's to Sam. 27's to Sam. Right. Hey, gun.
Manning now on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Manning again here on 2nd and 10. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing is Manning. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The pitch goes to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, 36 yards. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth.
And he missed the fucking kick.
Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Rosas now to kick this one away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good. For the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. Prescott now on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Yardage here, back at the 47. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Manning to throw on second down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good pickup there at 22. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Zebra.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that's going to up the lead to 15-10. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. He'll look to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. He's back to throw. He shakes him off, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. B.J. Goodson in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Got it.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Janoris Jenkins. Cooper was the target there. He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Hard to believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So the potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Manning will take a knee, and that should be the final act in this one.
Good game, man. RTP. All right. I was going to say you want me to try to invite Buck. I'm going to still send him an invite so when he get on, he ain't got no excuse. Well, he on, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I know. But don't want to be rude, man. We got company.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been A Sports. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Hell, he always eat. He got fat boy tendencies.
Hey, what's up, gang? You go secure for the game right quick. Hey. I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these were lost. They broke. They think it's my fault.
How you got a buffet at the house?
I want that course. I'm stuck with the sauce. cut your Reynolds and Vinci is white.
He probably in there hollering. Yeah, yeah.
Look what you sweater is dress. Somebody give me.
Let's get started with some of the basics.
Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you get off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they want.
Let me stop broadcasting and I'll start it again.